Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
The kingdom of Murtana, united by King Robar II. During the long years of his reign, he was able to defeat all foes of his realm. All except one. Against the orcs took its toll, and the prisoners of the realm were to pay the price. The king needed swords for his army, and every man guilty of a crime, no matter how insignificant, was forced to work in the ore mines of Khorinis. To make it impossible for them to escape, the king sent out the best magicians of the kingdom to create a magic barrier around the entire valley. I was one of them. Something disturbed the delicate structure of magic. We were trapped inside our own barrier. 1 second of negligence was enough for the prisoners. Khorinis was now under the control of the convicts. The king had no choice. He had to negotiate. He needed the ore. Month after month, the king supplied everything the prisoners needed. Month after month, they brought the ore to the edge of the barrier in exchange. Until the present day, another convict was brought to the cliff. He did not know, but he would change everything.
In the name of King Robar II, bearer of the Scepter of Verant, I sentence this convict to...
Stop! Convict, I've got an offer to make you. This letter must reach the leader of the Magicians of Fire.
You're wasting your time.
You may choose your own reward. He'll give you anything you ask for.
Very well, I'll take your letter. On one condition. Spare me the rest of his nonsense.
How dare you!
Keep silent. Right. Send him in.
Welcome to the colony.
That's enough. Leave him alone. And now scram. Get up. I'm Diego.
I'm
not interested in who you are. You've just arrived. I look after the new arrivals. That's all for now. If you plan to stay alive for a while, you should talk to me. But of course, I won't keep you from choosing your own destruction. Well, what do you think?
Okay, what do I need to know about this place?
We call it the colony. You'll know already that we produce ore for the king. Well, at least we do, in the old camp. There are 3 camps within the barrier. The old camp is the biggest, and it was the first.
Is that Vesemir? Yeah, that's Vesemir's voice actor from Witcher 3.
How do I get to the old camp?
You just follow this path. The old camp is the next reasonably safe-looking place you'll come across. There are a lot of wild beasts between the camps. You'd be mad to walk around without a weapon.
Where do I get a weapon?
When you get to the old mine, have a look around. I'm sure you'll find something useful. The mine is easy to find. It's just a few meters along the canyon.
Why did you help me?
Because you needed help. Otherwise, Bullet and his boys might have killed you. And I couldn't just stand by and watch, because I came all this way to make a suggestion.
A suggestion?
Yes. After this little incident with Bullet and his guys, you should be aware now that you need protection. Everyone who arrives here has a choice. There are 3 camps in the colony, and you'll have to join one of them. I'm here to show the new ones that the old camp is the best place for them.
Where's Bullet now?
He and the others bring the goods from the outside world into the camp. You'll find him there, but if you plan to fight him, be careful. He's an experienced warrior.
I have a letter for the High Magician of the Circle of Fire.
Really?
I was given it by a mage shortly before they threw me in here.
You're lucky I can't afford to show my face around the mages anymore. Anyone else would gladly slit your throat for that letter. That's because the mages pay their couriers a lot, and most people here don't have anything. If I were you, I'd shut up until I met one of the mages. Although in your situation, that's not likely to happen.
Why not?
The mages are in the castle in the old camp. Only Gomez's people are allowed to enter the castle.
Who's Gomez?
Gomez is the most powerful ore baron. He's the boss of the old camp, the most powerful man in the colony.
Let's assume I want to join his people. What do I need to do?
At the gate of the castle, you'll find a man called Thoris. Tell him Diego sent you.
Thanks for your help.
We'll meet in the old camp.
Now this chapter 1, Welcome to the Colony, it's supposed to have a picture in the background, but because I'm using some mods, I don't have it. Now, as I said, I'm using some mods. I'm using Unity. Unity for the veteran players is like a new system pack, more updated system pack. It's a patch that you use to make this game playable on modern PCs. However, this game, when was it? Like on one of its anniversaries, also got updated on Steam and GOG, so you can play it without mods. But the Union patch or mod is a new one. It also allows you to install other mods with ease. But this is gonna be my first playthrough with Union mod, so I can't guarantee how good it is. I'm also using DirectX 11. The main reason why I'm using DirectX 11 is because it's much easier to capture in OBS, to record, to stream, and that's why I like it. One last thing that I want to mention are the cutscenes. You notice that the cutscenes are bigger, upscaled, and they also have subtitles. That's a mod on ModDB, which you can find. Just type Gothic upscaled FMVs. You can download that, put it in the Gothic folder, and that's it. It replaces the old cutscenes. There are no cutscenes for Gothic 2, but I'll try to make them myself when I play Gothic 2. I'll try to upscale the cutscenes and put them in Gothic 2, and also upload them if you guys want to try them out. Anyways, let's begin. I know many newer players struggle with the controls in this game. So what are controls like? First, I'm using the alternative settings, which you can see down here above the back button. That's what I'm using. Why am I using that? So that I can move on WASD. How do you pick up stuff? You hold left click or the action button. I am a mouse enjoyer, so I like to use mouse. So left click and hold up, or just press up to pick up stuff. Or in my case, it's W. Left click and up. That's how you pick up. I do turn around with Q and E. You can also turn around with mouse, but I'm using Q and E. Now here, When you get here, you can see this lightning glow. If you watched the cutscene, you've realized that this is a prison protected with a magic barrier. People can go in, but they can't go out. They are prisoners. So if you get to the edge of the barrier, you get shocked. Right-click allows you to jump, and you can, if you time your jumps like this, you can walk slightly faster. Can you show the controls again? I can. If you want to read them, pause.
What are you doing here?
Making sure no one gets near the exchange place, especially one of those cutthroats from the new camp. You're the new guy they chucked in today, right?
That's me.
Then you'd better watch out for the guys from the new camp. I work for the old camp, same as the others you saw at the exchange place. I assume you've talked to Diego.
Yes, I have.
Good. Then you know what's what around here.
Why do I have to watch out for the guys from the new camp?
Compared to the new camp, the old camp's a quiet, peaceful sort of place. The new camp doesn't get any deliveries from the outside world. Most of the rogues there just steal whatever they need.
And the old camp?
The ore barons have everything under control. Next in line to them are the guards, followed by the shadows. The diggers are the lowest. Everyone who arrives here starts out as a digger. If you want to become something better than that, you'll have to get accepted as a shadow first.
When I was washed ashore, one of the guys punched me in the face.
They do that to all the newcomers. They call it Standing Godfather.
Oh, are all the guys like that in the old camp?
We do have a few suckers, but they won't touch you as long as you pay them protection money.
I saw a woman being sent down with the goods.
Yeah, the ore barons get everything they want.
Do you mean to say the king exchanges women for ore?
They're convicted criminals too, of course. But if Gomez hadn't asked for them, they'd be sitting in some dungeon or other. I'm not sure what's worse.
I'm looking for a weapon.
There should be some old weapons by the derelict mine, further down the canyon. But don't go and start a war with nothing but a rusty pickaxe for a weapon. Those things are slow and heavy. An inexperienced fighter should never use one of them, unless it's an emergency. You'd better make sure you reach the old camp in one piece.
Oh, and if you are a controller enjoyer, you can also play this game on a controller. Okay, how do you attack? First, you need to prepare your fists, or your weapon, which is a spacebar, with my controls at least. So you can see the character taking this stance, then you hold left click and up, and that's how you attack. To transfer an item, on the left you have enemy inventory, on the right you have your own. You have to highlight the item in enemy's inventory, hold left click and then press right to get it to your inventory. If you go to yours and you hold left click above the highlighted item and press left, you should be able to send it to enemy's inventory or stash, or you know how it goes. And I think I'm one of the very few people who really likes controls in this game. Or in older Gothic games. So yeah, if you press left, if you press E or Q, which are the turn buttons, you can send items one by one. If you press A and D, you can send up to 10 items from the left side to the right. You can also do it with arrows on the keyboard, if you like using arrows. Pickaxe. Now, inventory is divided into categories. You can change it with mods. I like the default version. I'm okay with default version. So let's see. Pickaxe. Damage 7. Required strength 5. And it also says it's a two-handed weapon. Now, how does combat work in this game? I love combat in this game, especially melee combat. How does it work? So, you hold left click, and then you can press A and D, or Q and E, to swing from left to right, or from right to left. If you press E, he will swing to the right. If you press Q, you can swing to the left. However, this game requires some timing. So, if you time the attacks properly, you can swing left and right much faster. If you just spam, the character won't swing. So you have to time the attacks. There is also attack if you press forward. And you can also combine left, right, and forward. And when you train more, you will unlock more forward attacks, which is awesome. Rusty sword. It's better than the pickaxe. Now, Rusty sword is a one-handed weapon, but my character holds it in two hands. Why is that? Is that a bug? No. My character is just a noob. He doesn't know how to fight. He doesn't know how to hold swords. And that's another mechanic that I love in this game. Because when you are better with weapons, your character will hold them differently. And that also goes for other human enemies. And based on that, you can see how good is an enemy with weapons, just based on their stance and how they hold a sword. So if you ever see an enemy that holds sword like this, especially one-handed sword, you will instantly know, once you learn the game, you will instantly know that they are a noob at fighting. They are a beginner. They have no idea how to hold a weapon. But with training, we will see how those animations change. And the new attacks that we can unlock. Here inside this cave, there's a skeleton under a rock with a pickaxe in his head. So you can think of the few scenarios what happened here, like, did somebody end his suffering under the rock with a pickaxe, or somebody found a skeleton and just wanted to axe him? It can be anything, and I love it. You still remember me listening to Vatras? I love Vatras and listening to him. And in us, and his wisdom. In his wisdom did so. I love it. I love it. Now, when I was messing around with the game, I found a place here where I want to show you something. Let me see. Is it here? It's kinda here. Kinda here. Kinda here. Now, what I want to do is show you why you want to limit the FPS in this game. Let's see if it's gonna work. Now he's sliding down, which is normal, but with high FPS you can break the game and he's gonna slide upwards. Let's continue. Anyways, if you have issues with gravity, character not grabbing stuff, it's probably the FPS, which you have to limit. I love that view from here, where you can see the castle, the colony. It's so good. So good. First, when you get thrown here, you get punched in the face. Then along the path, you see a couple of skeletons hanged with pickaxe in the head, which tells you that this game, this is not a nice place. Especially now when it's being run by prisoners.
I'd better keep up.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Okay, let's save. Classic Gothic. Hell yeah. Now let me see, I want to show something else. I already fought these enemies, right? But the enemies that I fought before were juvenile scavengers. These are also juvenile. What does that mean? They are juvenile scavengers? And they're also just scavengers. The normal scavengers are much stronger, and they also give more experience when you kill them.
That wasn't very clever.
You're hunting, aren't you?
Looks like it. What do you want?
Do you have some hints for the hunt?
I could teach you a few things, but everything has its price.
Which would be how much?
A good gulp of beer will do, to start with. Then we'll see.
Here you are. Take a beer and tell me about hunting.
Scavengers. That's what we call the big birds. Should be attacked one after the other. It's easy to lure single scavengers from the pack. If you come too close, they'll become irritated. After a while, they'll storm in your direction. At this point, you should be waiting for them with a raised weapon. If you manage to strike the beast before it hits you, you have to keep fighting. Then you'll be able to defeat the creature without being hurt yourself. If it hits you first, well, just don't let him.
What else can you tell me about hunting?
A lot, but it'll cost you more than a beer. If you know how, you can take the creature's teeth, claws, and skin. It's hard to get them, but they are valuable. At least every merchant will trade those things with you.
I love how he tells you just don't get hit. That's it.
You're demanding a lot for your advice.
Possibly, but you can earn a lot of ore with this knowledge. All the animals you kill without knowing how to cut them up will just rot away. That's a wasted opportunity of skinning them and selling the fur at a high price. If I were you, I'd try to gain this knowledge as soon as possible.
So all the things that he can teach us here are about hunting.
Hey, you.
What do you want?
I want to warn you. If you continue this way, you'll be entering our hunting ground.
What do you hunt?
Mostly scavengers. There's a lot of meat on them. Besides, it ain't too hard to get them, once you know how.
Really? How's that?
Ask my friend Drax here. He knows more about these things than anyone.
Why is this area so dangerous?
You've just arrived, haven't you? There are different areas in this colony which are all more or less dangerous. The paths between the camps are quite safe, but even there you might come across some wolves which look on you as easy prey. And that's exactly what you are until you get a proper weapon and armor.
Where can I get better equipment?
The nearest place is that old camp. Just follow the path that brought you here. But you can get the stuff cheaper in our new camp, provided you know the right people. If you go to the old camp, ask for Mordrag. He's one of us. For just a little ore, he'll sell you the proper goods.
Tell me more about the areas of the colony.
If you travel between the camps, you'll need a map to distinguish paths and dead ends. Dead ends often lead you to dangerous canyons where you encounter creatures you'd better avoid. Do not enter the old ruins. There are too many around here, and most of them are old fortifications dating back to the time of the First Orc War. Some are abandoned orc dwellings. There are often orcs in those ruins, or even worse creatures. I'd avoid those places, especially at night. And one more hint, don't go into the forest.
Where do I get a map?
Ask the people in the old camp. There's a cartographer living there. Maybe you can steal one of his maps. If you manage to do it, take one from me as well.
Why? Doesn't he sell the maps?
If you get enough ore to pay for them.
Thanks for your help.
Don't go thinking everyone's gonna be so friendly, kid. There may not be much in a newcomer's pockets, but some folks would even beat you up for a pickaxe.
I'll keep it in mind.
Are those scavengers tame? No. No. Another thing that I like about this game are animals and animal systems. That guy's just looking at them. Let's You hear that? Oh well. Oh well. The sounds that scavengers make. I really like that about this game. They only make that sound when you get closer to them. It's like they're trying to warn you that they will attack if you get closer. It's just a warning. However, there are animals that are more predatory. They won't even give you a warning. They see you and they will attack you immediately. They will hunt you down immediately. And I love how different creatures have different behaviors. Now down here... there's a secret cave with nothing inside. I love it. The water does have a current that pulls you.
Let me pass.
I love that.
Let me pass.
What if I don't? What if I don't? What you gonna do about it?
What are you doing here?
What's it look like? Regarding the bridge, of course. We make sure that no beasts cross the bridge.
Have you got any advice for me?
Yeah, don't go in the forest on your own. Unless you're strong enough to fight off all the beasts. Make sure you get to the old camp. They're holding a pickaxe for you. Let me pass. Let me pass.
Hi, I'm new here.
How nice for you.
Is that the old camp over there?
No, that's the new camp. The old camp is underneath the bridge.
Let me pass.
Guys, he tricked us. I think he tricked us. Another thing that I love about this game is that nobody likes you. Nobody trusts you. So if you pull out your weapon...
Put the damn weapon away! That was lucky.
And if you hold it out for a while...
Put the weapon away! Put it away!
Do you want me to mess you up? Put that thing away! Try that again, and you'll regret it.
Put the weapon away! Put it away!
Now the stance that they have...
I'm serious! Away with...
That stance.
Lucky for you. But I would have enjoyed polishing your mug.
You can see that they are actually holding a one-handed weapon with one hand. Now, they are not the best at one-handed fighting, but they're also not the worst. At least they don't hold it with both hands like I do. But yeah, just based on that stance, you know how much someone is good at fighting. And I love that.
Where do you think you're going?
To the camp.
You ain't come to make trouble, have you?
Sure. I plan to take on the whole camp.
Hey, this guy's funny. I don't like funny guys.
Nice fight.
Try that again, and you'll regret it. Thanks for the ore. I'll drink to you.
And yes, in this game, if you lose a fight with humans, they don't kill you, but they do loot you. And that's so cool. So cool. Now, before I go in, there are some things I like to do. So first, I'm gonna go this way. The best thing to do is just go inside the camp, but I'm gonna go this way.
What are you doing out here?
I want to be left in peace, so get lost.
Why are you here and not in the camp?
I'm waiting for a friend to return from the mine. He owes me some ore. I can't turn up in the camp without the ore. I couldn't pay the protection money for the guards, and then things would get real heavy for me.
Another thing, people don't like when you touch their stuff.
Nice
Don't try that
fighting.
again.
And I got looted, cause
You don't need that much ore anyway.
of course. If you hold R, you can look what's behind you. In this game, enemies don't scale with you. Enemies don't level up with you. So if you roam around and you find strong enemies, you're probably not meant to go there yet. Like, I'm definitely not supposed to fight that guy. Call the water mages, but not for me. Scavenger? Guys. Yeah, even this guy tries to warn you that he will attack if you get closer. Now, why am I going this way? You'll see. You'll see. Now here. I'm just gonna run and save. Run and save. Why? Because when I reload, enemies will reset. And I can progress a bit more. There are other ways to do this without saving. But I'll do it like this. But enemies do reset on reload. Because here in this chest is one of the best weapons that you can get at the start. And I love that. Now it's time to go back. As you can see, they reset, they don't care a little bit. It's all good, it's all nice. Why do I like this weapon so much? Because it has 50 damage and it only requires 22 strength. And I have 10. And the weapon that I'm using currently has 12 damage and requires 10. So by investing a little bit into strength, I can gain a good amount of damage. Is this necessary? No. But I do like some of these shenanigans. That weapon isn't everything. I can get more stuff. It's almost nighttime as well, so I can go sleep.
Where do you think you're going?
To the camp.
You ain't come to make trouble, have you?
Diego says I'm to meet him in the camp.
Okay, in you go then.
Any news?
Nah, everything's the same as ever.
Oh yeah, if you touch this...
Nice fight.
Try that again, and you'll regret it.
There was a time when things would have gone very...
You're very proud.
I thought that had been cleared up. Hey, you!
Another mechanic that I love.
There was a time when things would have gone...
Get out! You've been lucky there.
What have you been doing in there?
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
People don't like when you get into their homes.
Hey, you!
Get out of here! You've been lucky there.
They don't trust you. Now this is Diego's house, so I can go in and sleep. Sleeping restores your health fully.
That's how it goes. People always talk.
So you can use that instead of healing. Now I like to go this way. No, Sebo, not allowed. No. No, not allowed. Say it back, it back. Now, or let's find it. Ore is the main currency in this game. You also have coins, but coins are not the main currency because nobody uses coins in the prison. Ore is the main currency. And here you have ore nuggets. However, this is just a gimmick. You can't get anything from mining. And I love watching first playthroughs of this game and seeing people try to mine this, trying all kinds of stuff. I love that. You have no idea how much I love watching first playthroughs. It's so good, so good. I'm not sure if it's a bug or if it's intentional. I like to believe it's intentional. But could be a bug. Because you don't really need it. Now, I'm gonna get a quest to get here later. But the reason why I came here now... You'll see, you'll see.
Let's talk about something else instead.
Yes, if you think...
Keep it to yourself.
I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
Okay, where is it? It should be here. I think it's that way. Congrats on max level. Thank you, thank you. Let's see, is it here? These guys... Did you hear that reaction? Here we can get a bone bow, which is get him, boys. Boys, there's one more.
Let me pass.
Okay, let's see the bow. Damage 36, dexterity 18. I think that's the best starter bow that you can get this early. And that's not all. Up here is a ring. A ring that gives you 5 dexterity. So now I have 15 dexterity. I'm not gonna talk to any NPC now, because I'm gonna talk to all of them later when I get the quest. for now, I just wanted the loot.
I wouldn't like to be in... You're very probably right.
Look at this guy enjoying his swamp weed. Bro, why is that up there? That should be on the table. Interesting, okay. And that's not all. There is one more thing I like to get. And then the game starts, finally.
Do you intend to go through this gate?
Do you intend to stop me?
No, but you should know what's waiting for you. This is not like in the old camp, and not like being with the sect loonies either.
And what am I expecting here?
There are no guards or Templars to look after you. It's every man for himself. The only ones who stick together are us mercenaries.
What do the mercenaries do?
We are the mercenaries of the Water Mages. Our target is to break free from here. We're working hard for it, and don't plan to take things easy like the guys from the old camp who are just having an easy time resting on the backs of the diggers. And we all follow Lee. He's a great man. He's the one who holds this damn camp together.
What do the mages do?
They investigate the magic characteristics of the ore our scrapers collect in the mine. As far as I know, they want to blow the whole damn ore mound sky high to free us from the barrier.
Sounds dangerous.
They said we shouldn't worry.
You have a massive ore mound here?
You could say that. We could buy the king's wife for that. But we don't give a damn about trading the ore with that old fart. We want to get out of here.
Where's the ore mound?
You want to see a real mound of ore, do you? There's a hole in the middle of the cave. They shove it all in there. But you won't get anywhere near it, I can tell you. The mages and our people guard the ore day and night.
I was just curious. What about the rest of the people?
All crooks. They don't give a damn about the camp. I'd rather just have the peasants guarding the front gate.
How are things going at the moment?
The scrapers are still collecting. Once they have enough ore, we'll blow the mound up. Watch your back.
I know some of you guys have never seen this game, but I can't wait for you guys to see some quests. Now here the game shows you that there is a food chain in the game. Animals may attack each other for food. The reason why I came here is this guy.
Who are you?
I'm the best mining engineer this damn colony has ever seen, my boy. I make sure half our boys don't go getting themselves killed by falling rocks just because they're too stupid to scrape the right places.
I'd like to join you as a scraper.
Oh, yeah? Well, just don't think you're gonna get anything much out of it. There's 3 portions of rice a day. Any extra, you'll have to see to yourself. Do you know why we're doing this? We're doing this job so one day we can all walk out of here to freedom. Well, that means all the ore's to be handed in. Then it goes on the big ore mound. And once a month, everybody who's been working here gets 50 ore to get stoned on. That's the most important things you ought to know. Do you at least have any experience on the job?
Yes.
Good. Then you know what to watch out for. Here's your protective clothing. You'll have to find your own pickaxe. Enjoy yourself.
How much ore have you collected so far?
The mages say that we won't need much more. Go to the new camp and have a look at the mound.
So from this guy we got a free armor. This armor gives me protection against weapons 10 and protection against fire 5. Now, how does damage work in this game? Let's see. We have protection against weapons. How does weapon damage work? Well, it's pretty simple. Weapon damage is weapon damage added with strength. So you add strength to weapon damage. So I have 10 strength. Let's say I wear this hammer. So that's 10 plus 50. That's 60 damage in total. And let's say I wanted to hit myself. And I have protection 10. So that would be 60 minus 10. So it's weapon damage plus strength minus the armor, the protection that you have. And that's it. If armor is bigger than the total damage that you deal, so if your armor is higher than the strength and weapon damage, you won't deal any damage, or you won't take any damage. However, for bows, it's different. Dexterity for bows gives you hit chance. So on 100 dexterity, you should be able to hit enemies always with bows. Dexterity doesn't give any damage to bows. And also there's like a... If you take a look at upright, you can see fighting skills, critical hit. You can do critical hits with one-handed swords, two-handed bows, crossbows. And the critical hit is basically double damage. Now, there are some NPCs that you can't kill, no matter what. Especially in Chapter 1. Some NPCs are flagged as invincible, invulnerable. You can't kill them, no matter what. Now that I have protection. Amazing. I will fight him later. Now I just have to go back. And the game can finally start. I got all the things that I wanted to get. If you run away enough, the enemies will stop chasing you. They will just give up.
Somebody in your trouble. That's how it... Same old story. Every
This river leads back to the old camp, so I can just follow it. Okay, the game finally begins now.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Must be something about
If you think. Let's talk about
Yeah, you can hide in the barrel.
some people.
Metal Gear style.
Time out.
maybe.
I am new here.
Just arrived, have you? I'm Grim. I haven't been here for long either. I was thrown in with the load before you.
What's life like here?
Easy going, as long as you pay your share of protection money to the guards.
What do I have to do if I want to get admitted to this camp?
Well, first of all, you have to become a shadow. Therefore, you have to find somebody who supports you, somebody who explains everything to you and takes responsibility for you. If I was you, I'd try to keep close to Diego. I did it like that. He's quite all right. He'll make you take the test of faith. That's different from everybody. Then there'll be some other smaller tasks from other shadows. If you manage them, you'll be with us.
What was your test of faith?
I can't tell you, man. You have to be silent about things like that here.
As long as I'm not involved.
Now, there's no need to talk to generic, unnamed NPCs like guards, because they only have generic names and dialogues. But let's talk to a few of them.
Do you need an extra man?
You must be one of the new ones, huh? If you're looking for a camp to join, try the sect loonies. They're not fussy about who they take on. We don't take just anyone, not unless you want to go digging in the old mine.
Do you need an extra man?
You must be one of the new...
Who calls the shots around here?
Thoris is the one that makes sure things don't fall apart. He's right under Gomez.
You gotta watch what you tell.
I'm new here.
So I see.
How's things?
You make trouble here, you get punished.
Everything you hear. You think.
What do you call trouble?
Most diggers pay us to protect them. If you mess with one of them, we'll deal with you. if I catch you rummaging around in other people's huts.
Okay, I get the point.
I'd better keep out of it.
How's it going?
You looking for trouble?
That won't happen again.
Wouldn't like to be in his
Where can I
shoes,
find Thoris?
He usually stands at the castle entrance.
I'd better keep out of it.
Where can I find Diego?
During the day, he's usually at the castle entrance with Thoris.
That won't happen again.
Wasn't very clever. What you tell people.
I want to join the guards.
Then you have a long way ahead, boy.
That's how it goes. Rushing into anything.
I'd better keep out of it.
Better not go rushing into anything.
Tell me something about the old camp.
It's the biggest and most powerful of the three camps. Gomez and his guys control the camp and thereby the whole ore trade. Once a month, the king sends us everything we need. We've got the old guy in our grip, you understand? He sends us wine, bread, meat, weapons, everything. You can also get some of it. All you have to do is join Gomez's people.
What about the two other camps?
The two other camps split up to pursue their crazy escape plans. There's the new camp in the west of the colony, where the mages think they can just detonate the barrier as soon as they've scraped enough ore together. And then there's the sect loonies in the east. Their camp is in the middle of the swamp, and they're praying to their idol to set them free. He hasn't responded so far. If I were you, I wouldn't waste my time on those madcaps.
Tell me more about the barrier.
There isn't much to tell. It's impenetrable.
What happens if I just walk out of here?
The last one who tried that reached the other side a dead man. This damn barrier lets you in, but you'll never get out of here.
If there's a way out, I'll find it.
You're already in a rush to get out of here? But you've only just arrived.
Take care. You don't look as though you'd just let anyone get into the castle.
Only Gomez's men are allowed in the castle.
If I gave you a certain amount of ore, would you let me in the castle?
For a certain amount.
How much?
Well, it'd have to take a while to count the ore. Long enough to make sure me and my boys are busy counting while you slip by.
So tell me, how much?
1,000 nuggets should be enough.
1,000 nuggets?
Well, you could join up with Gomez. That'd get you in the castle for free.
I need to get into the castle. I have a letter here for the Highfire Mage.
And you expect me to let you stroll inside the castle to hand it over and collect your reward?
Yeah.
Okay, show me the letter.
I'm not letting you handle it. Forget it.
Okay, I've forgotten.
I want to work for Gomez.
Oh, yeah? And what makes you think Gomez will be interested in having you work for him?
Diego says you decide who Gomez is interested in.
Huh? If Diego thinks you're okay, why doesn't he take care of you? Look, let me explain. Diego's gonna test you. If he thinks you're good enough, I'll let you into the castle to see Gomez. Whatever happens after that is up to you, okay?
I'll talk to Diego. Why don't you give me the test?
It ain't that easy, kid. Any newcomer who wants to get anywhere needs a patron. That patron has to be one of Gomez's people. He'll test you. And if you fail, you're his responsibility. That's the law around here.
There must be something you want done.
No. The things we guards deal with are a bit above you, kid. You just stick to the tasks your patron sets for you.
I'm quite capable of doing anything you tell me to.
Oh, so you're intent on failing, eh? There is one thing that only someone who's not with Gomez can see to. But I'm warning you, you blow this and you'll be in mighty big trouble.
I'm ready for your task.
What I'm about to tell you is between you and me, and nobody else must ever hear about it. Understood?
Sure.
We have a problem with a guy from the new camp. His name's Mordrag. He's been stealing from the ore barons. Of course, that applies to a lot of the rogues in the new camp. But this guy has the nerve to come to our camp and sell our stolen goods to our boys. He's gone too far. But he knows I can't do anything about it.
Why?
Because he's under the protection of the mages.
Sounds to me like the mages are your problem.
Yeah, but they're a problem that's hard to solve. A few years back, one of the shadows tried to stab the High Magician of the Circle of Fire while he was sleeping. They found him later in the Outer Ring. In fact, he was scattered all over the Outer Ring.
Why do the mages protect that Mordrag?
Because they use him as a gopher. Our local mages are in contact with the mages over in the new camp. They often send gophers back and forth. They're likely to become very unpleasant if I throw one of their gophers out of the camp or have him killed.
What about me? What do you think the mages will do to me?
You're new here. You'll be okay. But I'm responsible for what my boys do. That's why it's vital that you keep your mouth shut.
Where can I find Mordrag?
You'll find him at the south gate on the other side of the castle, just beyond the entrance. The bastard wouldn't dare come any further into the camp.
Do you want me to kill the guy?
I want you to make sure I never see his face around here again. I don't care how you do it.
I'll take care of it.
Now we can't go in.
Hold it.
What's up?
You can't enter the castle without permission. Now get out of here. Are you deaf? One more step and you're worm food.
But here's the thing. You pull out your weapon
down. Lucky for you.
and you can go in.
I would have been.
Stop! Not another step!
Why?
The Ore Baron's house is out of bounds for scum like you.
But let's not do that.
That woman is very clever.
Hey, you!
Are you talking to me?
I'm warning you, people like you can get into trouble awfully quick round here. And most of the guys they chuck in here are bastards. They think they can do what they like to you, but we won't allow that. Gomez wants some peace in the camp, and we guards make sure he gets it, but it's a job that doesn't come cheap. That's why I'm asking you for some ore. Look on it as a kind of token of friendship. You help us, and we'll help you. If you get in trouble, we'll be there for you.
Is that a threat?
On the contrary, it's an offer of friendship.
You mean you want me to pay protection money? No thanks. I can take care of myself.
Have it your own way, kid. You'll soon regret turning down a friendly offer.
See ya.
Take care of yourself, kid.
There's a reason why I don't want to pay him. We'll see that in the future.
I'm new here. Who are you?
I am Baal Taran of the Brotherhood of the Sleeper.
What is the Brotherhood of the Sleeper?
We're a community of believers in a new faith. Our camp is situated in the east, in the swamp. I've come to preach the words of the Sleeper to strangers like you.
Who is the Sleeper?
The Sleeper is our Redeemer. He disclosed himself 5 years ago through Iberian, our master. Since then, we have renounced the 3 gods. And you should do so as well. The gods just stood by and watched while we were exiled to this prison. But the Sleeper will lead us to freedom.
How do I get to the Brotherhood's camp?
I'm busy. But Baal Parvez should be somewhere in this camp as well. He's near the marketplace, on the other side of the castle. I believe he's even got his own hut there.
Tell me about the Sleeper's teachings.
The Sleeper is a powerful being, maybe even more powerful than Innos, the god of light. He is with us in spirit, but his power is still limited. He has been sleeping for 1,000 years, but now the moment of his awakening is near. He has chosen us to be witnesses to his awakening and to spread his word. So listen, all those who join the Sleeper will have immortal souls, but those who are against him will be punished. But the Sleeper is compassionate and sends proof of his might to all who doubt him.
How does your God prove his might?
He speaks to us through visions. Whoever hears his voice no longer doubts his might. If you take the weed which grows in the swamp, you will be close to the Sleeper and able to hear him. Some people even see images.
I see. What will the way to freedom look like?
We are preparing a great invocation of the Sleeper, in which all novices create the contact together. In this invocation, the Sleeper will reveal the path to freedom.
I need to get into the castle. Can you help me?
I fear I cannot, brother. The only ones among us who may enter the castle are those who supply the weed to Gomez. We gather swamp weed and sell part of it to the old camp in exchange for goods from the outside world. If you were one of the couriers working for Kor Kalom, you could get into the castle. But for that, you would need to be one of us. What do you want to do in the castle anyway?
I have a letter for the High Magician of the Circle of Fire.
Oh, and where did you get that from? The mages gave you that before they threw you in here, right? You're stupid to tell people about it. But don't worry, I won't tell anybody. But do yourself a favor, and don't tell anybody else about it either. The people here might slit anybody's throat for a thing like that. Most people would love to earn the reward you get for a message from the outside world. I fear I cannot, brother. The only ones among us who may enter the castle, we gather swamp weed and sell pot. If you were one of the couriers working for Kor Kalom, what do you want to do?
I want to meet somebody there.
Do you? Who? And why don't you just wait until he comes out?
He's one of the magicians.
Oh, well, they never leave the castle. You really will have to get in. What do you want from them anyway? Magic runes? Or potions?
That's right.
I knew it. What else would a guy like you want with the mages? I can give you some good advice. Forget the mages. They take far too much ore for their stuff. Magic runes and potions are much cheaper in our camp.
Hi, I'm new here.
I'm Graham. I draw maps. I haven't seen you here before. What do you want?
I'd like to buy a map.
Sure. What are you thinking of? The more you can see on a map, the more expensive it is.
New here, are you? I don't know your face. I'm Sly. I have a job on offer for a newcomer.
You have a job for me? What is it?
One of our guards has disappeared. He's called Neck. He might have gone over to the new camp. You're new here, and you'll get around quite a lot, so keep your eyes peeled. If you find him, I'll speak up for you in the camp.
What good will your speaking up for me do?
If you want to join the camp, you need people to speak up for you. If I speak up for you with Diego, that'd be a great help for you.
I'll see if I can find him.
If you meet Fletcher, ask him about Neck. He's taken over his district since Neck disappeared.
Where will I find him?
His district is the district of the arena.
Now, to progress in this game, you have to choose a side. You have to join a camp. And to do that, we have to earn favors from NPCs that belong in the specific camp. This guy is cool.
How often have I told you bastards not to run through my hut?
What's your problem?
Leave me alone, man. Everyone's a problem with me. It all started when I built my hut. Don't build your hut close to the ditch, they said. But none of these bastards told me what would happen if I still did it. When I came back from the mine a few days ago, I had a second door. Those pigs, I hate them. I can't tell you how much I hate them. Now everybody runs through my hut. Every idiot.
What's your problem?
Leave me alone, man.
So yeah, everybody goes through his hut.
How's things?
New here, are you? You better know that it's no good getting into trouble with the guards. When they want protection money, you better pay. Otherwise, half the camp will be against you.
And that's why I didn't pay.
Hang on. I hear you've spoken to Bloodwind.
Why? What do you want?
Yeah, it was real cool of you to refuse to pay him protection money. It means we're all gonna have to pay your share as well. I'll make sure you remember next time he asks you. Try that again and you'll regret it.
And that's why I didn't pay him money. Because you get that extra dialogue. He's holding the sword, one-handed sword with both hands, yeah? He's a noob just like me. But this guy...
If you're looking for trouble, just come here.
He's not.
Good. Don't...
Hi, I'm new here.
What do you want from me?
I want to become one of you. I want to join the camp.
Looking for people to support you, eh? If you want me to have a word with Diego about you, you need to do me a favor.
What kind of favor do you want?
I want one of Fisk's weapons. He's one of the traders at the marketplace. You won't sell it to me. It's a broadsword with ornaments. I'll give you 100 ore to collect the weapon for me, but don't tell him about me.
Why won't he sell the weapon to you anymore?
We had a little argument.
And?
And that's all you need to know.
Did you ever consider that I might just run off with the ore?
Don't forget, the colony is small. If you run off with my ore, I'll find you.
Okay, give me the 100 ore nuggets. I'll get the thing.
Here you go. Come straight back to me. Hey, you! There was a number. Don't blather so much. Yeah. Why does that happen over and over?
Hey, man. I'm Fisk. I trade goods of all kinds. If you ever need anything, You're in the right place here.
Now the guy wants us to buy a sword, but they also had an argument. So...
I'd like to buy a sword, but not just a simple one. I'd like something more ornamental.
I have one you'll like. The shadow who wanted to collect it won't be coming anymore. That'll be 110 ore. Interested?
So, if you mention his name...
You wanted to sell it to Whistler for 100...
Just wait. That's right. I nearly charged you too little. Of course, I meant 500.
500?
Too little. You prefer 1,000? Fine by me. Well, now that I think about it, I'd rather keep it.
Let's talk about Whistler's sword again.
You can tell him that he'll never get his sword.
Let's talk about...
You can tell...
I can't get the sword. Here's your 100 ore back.
I don't see any 100 ore, though. You'd better get them as fast as you can, else you'll be in trouble.
Let me pass. Let me pass.
I'd like to buy a sword, but not just a simple one. I'd like something more ornamental.
I have one you'll like. The shadow who wanted to collect it won't be coming anymore. That'll be 110 ore. Interested?
Maybe later.
So we can go back and ask for 10 extra.
Fisk wants 110 ore for his sword now.
And you want me to give you the 10 ore now?
I thought you wanted to have that sword.
Here, take it. And now hurry.
I'd like...
I have one you'll like. That'll be...
Yes, I'll take it.
I fear you don't have enough ore. I'll hold the sword back for some time, but don't wait too long.
Maybe.
So that's weird. Because I have 1 and 13. Huh.
I'd like...
I have... That'll...
I didn't have this before the Union.
Yes, I'll take it.
You got a good deal here.
Maybe I had to take a look in my inventory. That's weird. Okay, let's check out the sword. Whistler sword, damage 20. Strength required 15. Now this is a pretty good starting weapon. And I don't have to deliver it yet. But because I have... Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna deliver it yet. Now this is a timed quest, and he will get mad at me if I take too much time. And this is what happens if you take too much time.
Here you are. Wanted to run off with my ore, eh? Come here, Sonny. Don't try that again. Nice of you to leave me some of your ore.
Have you got armor for me as well?
Well, I'm sure that I can satisfy you.
So the Light Digger's trousers are the ones that I got for free in the new mine. And they cost...
Have you got armor?
Well...
250 ore.
Show me your goods.
Now, how do you trade in this game? Well, on the left you have his inventory. Let's say you want this sword. This sword costs 10 ore. So how do you trade? You have to put something in the middle that's worth 10 ore. This bow is worth 100, so you can balance it out by adding 90 more ore. And that's how you trade. Pretty cool. But I didn't accept that trade, so I still have my bow. I don't want to trade yet.
The Sleeper be with you, stranger. I'm here to guide you onto the right path.
And which is the right path?
The path of the Sleeper. He alone has the power to set us free. The Gurus are preparing a great invocation in our camp. They want to get in contact with the Sleeper. So far, he's just talked to us in visions, but now it's time to get in touch with him. We'll need as many supporters as possible for that. By focusing our spiritual power, we'll get through to him. Our camp is some distance away in the swamp. I can take you there, though, if you want.
What would be the benefit of joining you?
Maybe you're one of the chosen people who received the gift of magic from the Sleeper. Or you might obtain the highest honors and become a Templar. Only the best fighters among us can obtain that position. If the Sleeper is with you, you can even combine both. The best of the Templars receive the gift of magic as well. You see, our Brotherhood has a lot of possibilities for you. You should be aware of that before you decide on joining any other camp.
Who's the Sleeper?
The Sleeper speaks to us through dreams and visions. He has been leading us ever since he first made contact with Iberian 5 years ago. All the followers of the Brotherhood have renounced the three gods. We pray only to the Sleeper for salvation.
Salvation from what?
From this goddamn place, of course. The Sleeper will show us the way to freedom.
What did the Sleeper tell you?
He guided us to the swamp, to the old temple ruins. That's where we built our camp. He gave us independence. None of us need to labor in the mines. He showed us what swamp weed can do. We sell it to the other camps, and in exchange, we get everything we need. And he gave some of us the gift of magic. Of an old and powerful magic, which is different from the one the magicians of the realm use.
Tell me about the magic of the Sleeper.
This gift enables you to control things with the power of your mind. Only the Gurus of our Brotherhood have been initiated into the secrets of this magic.
Now, I do want to go to that camp, but not yet. Not yet. Yo, thank you for the follow. Thank you.
Hi, I'm new here. How's things?
Go away. I've been working my ass off in the mines for the last 2 weeks. And what for? Some sad lumps of ore is all I got. I had to spend most of it on food. I talked to Bal Parvis down there. He told me some interesting things about the sect camp. I think I'd better go there instead of slaving away for Gomez.
You don't like it here? Why don't you just go then?
Because I'm not quite sure what to expect there. I had a pal here. His name was Melvin. He headed off to the sect camp a week ago. But since then, I haven't heard of him. And as long as I don't get a message from him, I'll stay here.